first thing we need to talk about is Sam Darnold and the New York Jets. So the Jets found out on Friday morning or Thursday night, or was confirmed Thursday night, Friday morning, that Sam Darnold has mono. He is contagious. He has to be away from the team for a couple weeks, and then there's no guarantee he plays immediately after. Okay. We are in a very Twitter-heavy, first reaction, instant thought, don't put a lot behind it world. So we're just like, Sam Darnold is hurt, or Sam Darnold is sick. Sam Darnold it's over for the Jets. I heard a couple people, just not sports people or sports radio hosts, but just people talking about in crossing that, man, the Jets are going to suck again. It's over. You lose Sam Darnold for a couple weeks, you're going to be 0-4, 0-5, and the season's just over. Deep breath. Deep breath. I am a huge proprietor of hope. To me, if you're going to say the season is over, that means hope is over. That means there is nothing to look forward to the remainder of this season. I watched a Broncos team last year with Case Keenum. By about week 9, week 10, I was like, okay, yeah, it's over. There was no hope for the future on the roster. There was no hope for the playoffs. There was no hope even to see, besides Bradley Chubb and maybe Cortland Sutton as a rookie. I was like, it was over. All I basically saw was Von Miller and Chris Harris Jr. get a little bit older and another year of their primes, which was we failed them. Denver failed them. So, well, yes, it is a terrible thing that Sam Darnold, hope for his health, pray for his health, hope he gets better soon. I like Sam Darnold. I thought he should have been the first pick 2 years ago. Obviously, Baker went first, and we really won't know the answer to who was actually right until a couple years down the road. Who's to know if either of them are even still in the league at that point. But, as I said, we live in a very, right now, what's going on, first reaction, first comment, and we just make that our truths. So let's look at the teams whose seasons are truly over. And as I said, I define season over as either 3 steps. Either you have no shot at making the playoffs, there is no young pieces on your team you get to see build, or you are a combination of both in which you are just a dumpster fire, something similar to how the Cleveland Browns have been the majority of the past my entire life as a football fan. So, with that, the Jets, season's not over. Sam Darnold will be back. Sam Darnold is your future. You have other young players that are going to be on this team that are going to be developing. You have a future. You have hope. Even if this year you can say, oh, well, Brady's going to win the division again, which, speaking of that, was a really funny bet. If you bet $40 on the Patriots to win the AFC East, it'll net you 65 cents. But if you're like, oh, well, we're not going to win this year, who cares if you're not going to win this year? Your quarterback's in his second year. You're not going to be winning on any real consistent basis until the quarterback's third or fourth year, generally. There's the Russell Wilsons and Andrew Lucks of the world who have been exceptions, fine. But generally speaking, you're not winning until your quarterback's third or fourth year. So let's not put there. Teams whose seasons are over. Let's start with another team in their division, the Dolphins. The Dolphins' seasons, it's just over. It looked ugly in week 1. It's getting uglier because Minkah Fitzpatrick, who's only been on the team for a few years, is already requesting a trade. It's gotten so bad. And you had to sign Ryan Fitzpatrick. Oh, but wait, you just said Josh Rosen. Or you just said that a team with hope, a team with a young quarterback, a team with a young core, there's hope. Man, look. Josh Rosen was traded out of Arizona. There's game tape on him. And even though Miami traded for him and thought, oh, we got a real steal here. We could build something around him. You brought him into an even worse environment, an even worse surrounding cast around him. And even with game film, you were like, we need Ryan Fitzpatrick. If you at any point as a general manager, I've heard people say Matt Ryan is the if you're above Matt Ryan, you're elite. If you're below Matt Ryan, you're not elite, right? He's like the gatekeeper to elite quarterbacks. Ryan Fitzpatrick is kind of like the gatekeeper to we're not going anywhere this season. If you have to call Ryan Fitzpatrick in, it's gone bad. The Bengals is our next team whose season is over. And the Bengals are in that terrible spot of, we've seen this story, they're marginal outside of maybe 2 or 3 positions, and those positions, wide receiver, defensive tackle, they're not going to elevate the team enough. The Bengals are, you already know what's going to happen. The Bengals are going to be somewhere between 6 to 9 wins, and you're either losing in the first round of the playoffs, or you're just not making the playoffs, and you're in just that very, I hate the whole if you're not gonna be great, just suck as much as you can. But the Bengals just really need a bad year. The Bengals need a 2-14 year to just restart this, blow it up. You tried Andy Dalton. It gave you a few good years. You made the playoffs. You extended Marvin Lewis's career. But the Bengals. Your season is over. We know where you're going. Last team in the AFC is the Jaguars. And it's unfortunate because I think the Jaguars could have been good this year. With Nick Foles being out 10 weeks, Nick Foles is not a young quarterback anymore, so you don't have the Jets' hope of, once he comes back, we have something to look forward to. No, Nick Foles is gone. Your chances of being competitive are gone if he's not back until week 11, week 12, and who knows, he might not be back to playing good football until the end of the season, week 14, 15. It's a struggle, Jacksonville. You had a chance, and unfortunately due to injury, your season is